That'll be the name of my show, along with OSWN for O-ish, what's next. Hold on, let me get my camera gear here situated because I'm here doing stuff and I have to walk around because if I don't do it, no one else will be doing it. That's the beauty of living alone. Well, it's always nice to have somebody help out, but I don't have that at the moment. But I'm okay. Don't mind the background. I'm in the middle of always quite a bit. Sound effects included. They come with my videos. I'm gonna set up a studio and get this going. But hello there. Uh, Great Saturday, nice out, sunny, warm, fairly warm for December. Well, they said that we were going to have a mild streak, but it's going to get colder next week, and we're going to be having a dry December. We're not having precip, so that's good for safety, vehicle safety, and transportation, but it's bad for the water because we're actually in a drought, you know. So, but I made a video last night, and I was talking about uh, the lack the lack of health, proper good health, and dental health, because of adults in my age category uh, who have had dental problems, people who grew up in New York City, in the five boroughs, well, Harlem, the Bronx, Bushwick, uh, I don't know if it was every water. I would say that there was no fluoride in the water up until 1970. So in New York City, and you can read that. So when it messes up your teeth, your baby teeth, and then it causes problems that can continue on. They didn't allow that to be shown. Oh, they're they're critiquing it because I said I was going to interview Bobby Kennedy, and I had it was stuff that just came, to my head. I didn't have anything written down, but I was just reading. But it's the truth. We have to have fluoride in the water because without fluoride, it does not protect the enamel. And without enamel on our teeth, well, you have a lot of dental health issues. And when you have dental health issues, that can lead into heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and you can develop sepsis from you could chew on like something crunchy, like even like a, whatever, say a potato chip, or you're eating a bagel with everything on it, and you bite into a seed, or a seed that goes into your gum. This is how things happen. Years ago, a man that I work with, a coworker, he was out of work for almost 2 years because he had a bad tooth. It his body developed sepsis from the bad tooth. He had to go into an induced medical coma from a tooth. So yeah, uh, the fluoride has to stay. It's not a good idea. It's really not a good idea. And I also talked about how in the inner city where the incinerators are built, how kids in those communities develop asthma, and then you're on medication for asthma, and then that causes obesity, because the prednisone, it inflates the fatty tissues. Location, people. So these things are all facts, and the asthma medication has been known to cause mental disorders in the developmental young mind. So, action causes reaction. What happens to, okay, here's a scenario, here's a story. A family's out at a holiday gathering, an entire family, a mom, dad, 3 children from the ages of 12, 7, 9, 12. Coming home from a family event. The father is driving. He's a sober driver at all times. The family gets hit by a vehicle, and there are 5 fatalities. So the driver caused the injuries and the fatalities because he was consuming beverages that contained inebriants, okay? And so then what? Do you blame the alcohol? Do you blame the alcohol producers? No, you don't. You don't. It's cause and effect. It's action causes reaction, okay? So when that motorist continually in a bad, poor state of mind from being inebriated, when that person's liver has all kinds of toxins, who do you blame? Okay? Who do you blame? It's an addiction, it's a breakdown, and it's action causes reaction. So, drink and drive cause injuries because of your negligence is the same thing that government does to the public. They know what the stuff is. They're planning fiscal agendas they're projecting 5, 10, 20 years of fiscal, of how the money is going to flow. So, yeah, the government is well aware. Let's keep the fluoride in the water, please. So, same thing like a busy intersection. Anywhere, USA. People complain. There have been fatalities. There have been people, children, elderly, middle-aged people who have sustained limb loss from a certain intersection that has poor road signage. And we have road signage. Why? Poor road signage. Why? With all the money that the U.S. has and municipalities, you have to get stuff together. You got to kind of just, improve what needs to be improved to improve everyday living conditions for the working class. Not for the billionaires who are going to get tax breaks up the wazoo so that their next 20 generations will be set. That this is real talk. This is what the government needs to do but has not done. They talk a good game. Here's what they do. They'll get funding, they'll get grants, and then you have people that'll bid to get the money. So the people that are supposedly doing the jobs to fulfill the needs of what communities need and people need, they have to be on the up and up. They can't be these slouches, we don't. No. So there's a lot of bad lot of inefficiency, a lot of government waste, a lot of government waste. And I know from having been a civil servant, you know, the stuff that I used to see, um, barbecues, parties while being paid and collecting a pension. Mm, yeah, you can make robot police. You can make robot police. So, uh, a lot of waste, a lot of waste. And another big waste that happens, okay, with law enforcement jobs. These law enforcement officers, men and women, they can work one agency, say for the city, then go to the state, go to the county like these people up here do, and then you can collect two pensions, city and state. And I'm talking about people that have a 20-year, that were working for 20 years and have a lifetime of pension payments, which they're entitled to and which they deserve. But a lot of the officers, and I know because I worked as a civilian with the police, had cops doing paperwork. Okay, you want to be a secretary, and then you want to be appointed up in the ranks, and you want to keep going up, and you're doing admin work. I wrote a format, it's in my notebook, that the city of New York needs to have a 25-year retirement for uniform officers, and for the new hires, for the admin jobs that they do, where you got these people making like over 200K doing administrative work. They're shuffling papers. Yeah, that's what goes on. So you hire, they do their 25. See, you wouldn't want to be, you take your pension, you got your health insurance, call up labor relations to get your T's crossed and your I's dotted, you know, and you handle your business that way, because those are benefits that you're entitled to. But to then go ahead and keep saying that, well, we don't have money for housing, but yet we have money to send over to decimate people. Yeah, this is America. How you doing? So, yeah, I wrote that. That's in my notebook. 25 years they go, instead of staying 40 and 45 years. And the same with city employees. Once they've reached 25, 30 years of employment, they have to go. You have people that, I know people that work for the city for almost 50 years. Like they came right off the school bus. They started working when they were 18. They graduated high school, and then they retire when they're 70. You know, that's too much. And what the New York City pension is funded by real estate. This is all public information. Everybody can look this up. I know my location when I go online, when I make these videos, only on YouTube, it doesn't show because I'm watched. Okay, keep watching. Thank you for watching. Yeah. If anything happens, you know, Johnny on the spot, they'll be right there. But yeah, so a lot of changes to benefit the people that are at the bottom, to not keep increasing people who've already had opportunities to then continue to climb, and then people stay at the low ranks because people can't afford to rent. An apartment is like $3,500 a month. $3,500 a month. So both people would have to be earning over 100K after 100K, taxes, all that stuff, you're coming home with, you're maybe grossing 65, maybe, and then you have all of like other expenses, that your living expenses. So yeah, it's a broken system, and the people who need to be able to sustain and advance in for their families, that needs to start happening. And I can't say stuff because then they'll block me. But yeah, so that's on. I have a notebook. You could read that. And what I also wrote was that for any of the admin type of jobs, that these people that have been on the job for 30 plus years, making over like say 200,000, hire military, hire people from military academies, or hire civilians that can do the admin work for a salary of under 100,000. And then you bump off all that, and you don't need all that waste. There's a job right now in the city. They're taking a building. They're building a building. Oh, let me not say that, because these are names of people that are in cahoots with yeah. And if politicians think that the people that we buy what you've been selling, we don't. Okay? We don't even need to have politicians. We could just have like commanders. I'd be a commander. Yo, do this. No, excuse me, everybody, gather around. We're going to have a meeting. This is what the goal is. This is what we're here to accomplish. And here's the formula. Look it up online. Da, 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 da. Read, research, hit them streets and make ish happen. But anyway, I'll be back. I always have a lot to say. And yes, the hair is, it's, believe it or not, this is oil, a little bit of oil in my hair, and it still pops. Still goes, my hair grows out, goes afro-like, and that's how it grows. And then to have long hair, it's a lot of work, and I'm too old. I think when women, my humble opinion is that when you're past like 45, when you're like at 50, to have long hair, I don't know, it just makes women look older. But then some women, listen, do what you gotta do. Trust me, I'd love to go back and be a kid. I'd love to go back to the womb and say, hey, can I make a redo? Yeah, long hair on older women, I don't know. But, I'm going to tell a story, but I have to create a word salad prior to expressing myself, because there's certain words that YouTube is like, no, we don't like that. Block it. They had me blocked for like ever and a day, and I kept on trying to explain it. Well, tell me what I did. All in caps. And then, thank you, YouTube. Chef's kiss. Then they finally sent me the video. It was a video I posted about what's been happening in the Middle East, and it was against their command orders. Yes, so I was always the leader. I'm the person who'll carry the flag. I'll run with it. Now, The only place I can run to is to the toilet. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, I can't. That happens. I have to drink. I drink a lot of water. I'm like a camel. That's what it is. I'm a camel now. Like, I have adult nieces now. Mind, they're all old like me. One niece, you, because she really wouldn't talk. She wouldn't talk around people that she didn't know. And if you ask her how old she was, Rachel, how old are you now? Rachel would go like this. That's too funny. And her sister, Jennifer, because I was raised to think I was a half Italian Catholic, and I have a Russian Jewish grandfather, wild story, man. But anyway, while attending Catholic church, St. Lucy's in the Bronx, I take my niece Jennifer, and with doing all the genuflex, and I'm doing it, and she's like 5. So that they're mixed race too, and this one girl, she was with her family. Jennifer, she keeps looking, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" She keeps looking at me, and she goes, "That white girl keeps looking at me." I was like, "Honey, people look at people." It was too funny, too funny. And then Jennifer, she said one time, we were watching TV at Nana's, and my mother, her Nana, it was a video when MTV came out, and she was so cute. She's like, "I saw a white girl with purple hair." It's funny, now they're adults, and I tell them the stories, like if she came up with her boyfriend, and they were laughing so hard. But anyway, I hope I entertain the masses with a funny ha-ha stories. And as far as people that are, as far as other creators who speak on all this craziness that we have going on, and this mismanagement of how poor folks are treated, and they're just discarded like they don't matter, and how the wealth just keeps on growing, it's unbelievable. It's such, yeah. We live in a disappointing society because of how capitalism has enveloped all of humanity, basically, except for the people who don't parlay into this BS. Yeah, it's the truth. But anyway, have a good day, everybody. I'll probably jump back on later with more of my stories. It'll be more real talk time. And everybody have a good night or good day. And for the watcher, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah. I'm watched. Keep watching. Till next time. Bye.